Hello students, welcome once again. Today we are going to do a moral story regarding, the title is A Dream Come True. Now, this is a spoken English video. You are thinking, why are we doing a moral story for that? Now, we already know that speaking and reading comes hand in hand. If we know the spellings and how it is written, we know how to read it. But there are so many words that you can be confused how they are read. There are so many words that you know, but some make you hesitate to pronounce them. We feel like maybe if we are wrong, it is not okay. Or we can say that it's okay that you hesitate, you don't know the word, but it's not okay that someone laughs at you, right? Everyone feels insecure, and we feel like, what if I speak something wrong and the people will laugh at me? But let me tell you one thing: you don't grow if we don't fall. We don't grow if we don't make mistakes. So we should always keep that in mind, that we can learn by understanding the words, by learning them, by knowing their pronunciation. We all make mistakes, but that does not mean that we should give up. So this story is also something related to it. So let's begin. Once there lived a carefree girl of 16 called Jasmine in the fields of Alabama on a small farm. Now, most of the stories will start with once upon a time, like at once there lived. It is how we begin a story, or we can say there was a girl. Now, what does carefree mean? Someone who is stress free, who doesn't, we can say carefree means to not care for others. She's 16. That is an age where we want to enjoy our life. Her name was Jasmine, and she lived in fields. Fields means in a farm in Alabama. She lived with her uncle Dave, Aunt Josephine, and her parents, Lily and Luke, all from the Bells family. Now, she had an uncle and aunt. The uncle's name was Dave and the aunt's name was Josephine. Her parents, that is her mother's name was Lily and her father's name was Luke. Now, what are they? They are from the Bells family. It can be a surname, or they are known by that name. They were poor and made a living selling animals and milk from cows. So their financial condition was not that good. They used to sell animals and milk from the cows to make both ends meet. To make both ends meet means to survive or to live. But they treated the poor creatures very kindly. They used to treat, not like uh, to give them food or like that, but they used to make them feel comfortable. That is the animals that they had. They used to give them food on time. They used to take care of them, go for walks with them, clean them, bath them. If they are sick, they would take care of them. That is what means to treat properly. And they were very kind. Jasmine was very helpful too. So she used to help also. She loved riding horses and caring for them. So it was like a hobby or a keen interest of hers to ride horses and take care of them. One was her favorite, called Madeline. So her favorite horse was Madeline. She was a white horse with beautiful locks of golden hair. Locks means a fistful of hair. So the horse was white and majestic. It was very beautiful with golden hair. Madeline was the swiftest horse in the stable. That means it was the fastest. Stable is a place where the horses are kept. She always dreamt of riding Madeline in a race. So it was a dream to ride Madeline and win it. She always dreamt of winning the race while riding Madeline. One day the landowner Dong Smith, came asking for money, the monthly rent. Landowner means the one that is the landlord, the one who owns that place. So Dong Smith came to get his money, that is the monthly rent. Many years ago, they all were penniless on streets. So long time ago, many years ago, they had very bad condition that they did not have any money and they used to live on streets. Jasmine was a baby then. Dong decided to take pity on the family and lend them land to start a business. That time Jasmine was a very small baby, or she was a baby, maybe she was born a few months old. Now Dong was touched by them. He felt bad for them and he gave them a piece of land. He lent them. Lent means they borrowed it from him to start a business. He said that after a year he wanted his money back. So Dong said that after 1 year I want all my money back. But soon after that, Dong started showing his true colors. To show true colors means to show how bad you are or what you actually are. After a year, they returned his money. But still, Dong took advantage of the situation that the Bell's family was kind and innocent and used to ask for money every month. So after paying him for 1 year, after 1 year paying him, Dong still wanted more money. He wanted to loot them. He wanted to take everything from them. And these people were very innocent, and they did not know what to do. So what did they do? They paid him every month. They used to pay him every month. So that is how he took advantage of them. They had paid him for the whole year, and next year also he asked money every month from them. One day Dong asked for money for that month, but they also had none because losses had occurred in the business and all they could offer him was a horse from the stables. Now, when he came asking for money that month, they had nothing because they had a loss in their business. And they decided to give him a horse from their stable. Jasmine was not at all happy with this idea. She began a conversation with Dong, but not a very respectful one. Now, Jasmine was very mad or angry with it. She started talking to Dong, in a very disrespectful way. Why do you always come here to ask for money when we paid you so much already? Now she asked in a very angry tone that why do you always come here for money? Hmm? We have paid you more than enough. Jasmine exclaimed in angry tone. So she was very angry at him. Well, you didn't interfere, girl. Grown-ups will settle. So what did Dong say? You do not need to get into this matter. It is a big people's thing or a grown-up's thing. I'm not a little girl. We aren't going to give you any money. Get out. She shrieked. She said that I'm not a little girl and we are not going to give you anything now. So get out of here, she shouted. Dong had no choice but to leave. So Dong had to leave. He did not have anything to do now. Jasmine pondered a long time about what to do about Dong Smith. Now Jasmine was thinking too deeply, that is to ponder, for a long time about what should she do about this Dong Smith man. Then she saw an advertisement in the newspaper that said a horse race would land held at the countryside and the winner will get 10,000. She saw an advertisement, an ad in a newspaper that if you win a race on the countryside, countryside means in the village area, the winner would get $10,000. She was thinking that she and Madeline would participate in the race. She was thinking that, yeah, what if me and Madeline would participate and maybe win? She told everyone her idea and they all were happy with it. So she told her family what she was thinking and everyone agreed with her and were happy for her. In the city, she went to the place where the race was on. She told the person in charge to add Manley's name to the list of participants. So she went to the city where this race was taking place. She asked for the person in charge. There she gave Madeline's name as participant. He told her that the race was in 11 days' time. He told her that the race will be after 11 days. She went back home, and as she was putting Madeline in her place, she saw a girl with beautiful locks of brown hair in the fields by the stables. So when she went home and she was putting Madeline in her stable, she saw a girl who had beautiful brown hair, and this in the farm near the stable. She went outside and went closer to the girl. The girl was surprised to see Jasmine standing beside her. So Jasmine went out and went near that girl. The girl was shocked or surprised when she saw Jasmine standing there. "What's your name?" said Jasmine. "I'm Grace. Who are you?" "I'm Jasmine. I live here." Now, they started having a conversation. Jasmine asked her what her name was. She came to know that the girl is Grace and she asked, "Who is she?" Jasmine said that, "I am Jasmine and I live here. Sorry, I just walked in here without permission. But I absolutely love horses and I was eager for days to have a look at them. So today I built up the courage to come." She apologized that she came inside without permission, but she loved horses a lot and she wanted to see them. So she was trying to see these horses for a long time. She was not that courageous, and today she decided to be a little courageous and come and see them. "Oh, it's all right. You can come here anytime. I love horses too. We can be friends. Right, Grace?" she asked, giggling. Now, giggling means to laugh without showing your teeth. So she said, "It's all right, you can come anytime. Even I love horses. They can be," she said that maybe we can be good friends. "Oh, I would love to become friends with you." So Grace said that yes, she would like to be her friend. "That's settled then. By the way, where do you live?" Then Jasmine asked her, "Where does she live?" "I live on top of that hill, you see." Grace pointed to the hill in the opposite direction. She continued, "I'm 16. What's your age?" "I'm 16 too." She said that she lives on top of a hill. That was in the opposite direction of where she was pointing, or where they were. She was also 16, and so was a friend. They joyously continued to talk for some time, both glad to find a friend about their own age. So they were very happy, they were talking a lot. The main thing that made them happy was that they were of the same age. From that day on, they began to hang out by the horses. So from that day, hang out means to stick around, to stay there with the horses. One day Jasmine was introducing Grace to all horses, and this is Madeline. So one day when Jasmine was introducing Grace to her horses, she introduced Madeline to her. She said, pointing towards a horse in front of her, who seemed to have lost the color from her face. Now, Madeline, when she showed Madeline to her, they came to know that she had lost color. Lost color means that she was not feeling well, her face was too white. She said with a worried look. She began stroking her man. So the horse was sick, was pale and unwell. So they decided, no, she decided to stroke her man. Man means the hair under the chin. Stroking means to gently touch it. Let's tell your mother, you're right. You go and call my mother and I'll give Madeline some water, replied Jasmine. So Grace told her, let's tell your mother about this. But she said that you go and call her, I will give Madeline some water. Grace ran off to tell Lily, Jasmine's mother. Meanwhile, Madeline was getting paler. Grace returned with Lily, who phoned a vet immediately, and after checking Madeline, he said that she was ill. So Grace went to call Jasmine's mother, Lily. That time, Madeline got very sick. She was less colored than she actually was. When they came back, they had already called the vet, and he arrived, or the vet arrived, and he said that Manly was very ill, was sick. Bell's family was very worried from then on. They were very sad. The Bell's family was very sad and full of tension at that time. Madeline would eat nothing and was extremely ill. So the horse did not eat anything and was very ill. Her health was not fine and it looked like she was going to pass away soon. She was not feeling well and it felt like she would fall any time. Jasmine was very quiet. She would hang out with Grace much less than usual. So Jasmine stopped talking. She stopped hanging out with Grace also. One day she met Grace and told her what she had thought about her and Madeline taking part in the horse race to fulfill her dream. But she said that now her only wish was Madeline to get better. So one day she decided to tell Grace that she wanted to participate in a race and win it. That was her dream. But now she only wishes that her horse gets better. After a few days, Madeline started growing her strength and was not pale anymore. She was healthy again and full of spirit. So after a few days, the medicine started working, the horse started becoming stronger, and she was healthy and full of life and energy. Everyone was happy and Jasmine was spirited again. She used to hang out with Grace again. Once, Grace suggested that she should go and participate in that race again. Now, after the horse became well, Jasmine also started feeling well. She started having hope, positive thoughts, and she started hanging out with Grace also. Now one day Grace decided to tell her or suggest her that she should participate in that race. Jasmine was not sure, but Grace encouraged her. She thought that no, maybe, but Grace told her that she can do it. The next day was the competition and they trained for encourage they trained for it. So the next day was the competition and they started training for it. So the Bells family and Grace headed to the competition with Madeline. They saw a lot more families there. So when they went there for the competition, there were other many families there also. Jasmine started the race galloping with Madeline. In the beginning, they were way behind, but they sped up to first place. So when the race started, the horse started moving pretty fast, but they were still behind, and eventually they sped up and won the race. And in the last few seconds, Madeline and Jasmine were the first to reach the finish line. So in few seconds, they won. They made an amazing pair. They were a very good team. Jasmine achieved her dream. Jasmine, by the end of the competition, decided that from then on they would never let Dong come near them anymore. With the prize money she had won, the family lived a comfortable life with no more money worries ever again. So when she won all that, she decided that from now on, Dong should never come here. And with that money, they lived very well. Now, from this story, what do we understand? We should have faith in what we are doing, in the person or the thing that we have, like Jasmine and her horse. She had a dream to win the race, but her horse got sick, and eventually it got better and they won the race. Now, what do you have to do? You have to summarize this story and say it in your own words in English as an audio form and send it to me before 10 a.m. tomorrow. That's all for today. Bye-bye.